A merger between Continental and United Airlines may be announced as early as this weekend. Continental's board and UAL directors are meeting separately today to discuss particulars of a potential deal. For more on the airline industry and the implications of this kind of merger, we're joined on the phone by Ray Neidl, independent airline analyst and consultant. Forbes.com ranked Ray as one of the top 12 best analysts on the sell side of the decade. Ray, great to have you here on the Inside Track. Ray, everybody says airline mergers never work. Is there any chance this one will?
Well, the Delta Northwest merger is going very well. Historically, when Delta merges with another airline, that's the only merger that's worked from the very beginning. Airline mergers tend to be messy with unions and integrating systems and fleets, so it has to be well planned. And Continental and United merger, though long-term would be very powerful, I don't think there's quite as well organized as Delta Northwest was.
Sorry, just Ray, quickly, is the argument for a Delta Continental merge, is the argument for a UAL Continental merger in your mind as powerful as it was for Delta Northwest?
Yes. In this age where we have too many airlines with too many seats and too many hubs, we're going to have a paring down of airlines, and it's either going to be through mergers or eventually some airlines will go into liquidation. And these are two fairly strong airlines, very little route overlap, so they would make a good fit. The question is, can you get the unions to cooperate and have this thing merged economically?
What are the chances of that, Ray, on a scale of 1 to 10?
Well, dealing with unions, airlines unions, especially pilots who are prima donnas, is always difficult. So 5 out of 10 in the very beginning, but long term, the results would be positive.
Ray, you say economically when it comes to what the unions need to do to make this deal work. How do you define that? What do they have to agree to?
Well, the big thing is seniority lists. It's very important to pilots because that's how their pay and their vacation and their duty rigs are based on. And then, of course, the unions would want some kind of compensation. So those are the two key things that would have to be worked out.
Who would be hurt, Ray, the most? I'm talking about competitors in the space. I mean, who should be threatened by this deal?
Well, I think it would strengthen everybody. As U.S. Airways pointed out, there's too many airlines out there, and consolidation would make the industry more rational, so I think it would benefit everybody.
And regulatory concerns?
That's my big concern. Right now, I don't think the Washington scene is open for mergers. Of course, the Department of Justice would determine it in the end, but the politicians could drag this thing out and make it difficult if they decided to. One smart thing is they indicated early that the headquarters would be in Chicago, and you know who comes from Chicago.
Ray, very quickly before we have to go to a commercial break, how many jobs do you think might end up having to be lost for this deal to become economical?
At this point, I don't think they'd have to really lose a lot of jobs. Like I said, there's very little overlap. You might lose some staff jobs, but it would be a good fit as far as the route system goes.
Ray, thanks so much. Ray Neidl joining us there. He is an independent research analyst.